Today we're going to read Zinnia's Flower Garden. Our author and illustrator is the same person, Monica Wellington. So the same person wrote the story and drew the pictures. So today as we read, we're going to talk about characters and setting. What's a character? It's who the story is about. Very good. So it's the people or not places. So it's the people, the things, or animals that our story is about. Very good. And the setting is where the story takes place. Where are we? It could be the season, like it's going to be the season in this story, but also the place. Are we in a school, at a shopping mall, at a playground? Where are we? So as we read, we're going to go ahead and answer those questions. So let's go ahead and get started on Zinnia's Flower Garden. Spring has arrived. Zinnia is getting her garden ready for planting. She digs up the soil and turns it over with her shovel. She takes out stones and rakes the dirt smooth. The warm sun feels good as she works. Okay, so who's the character? Who's the person that we're talking about? The girl, very good. What was the girl's name? Does anyone remember? Zinnia, very good. Now our setting is what season? Was it winter time or was it springtime? Springtime. So we know that we're in the spring. And where are we? Are we at a school, at a playground, or in her garden? We are in her garden. Very good. So right off the first page, we know our character is Zinnia and our setting is the springtime in the garden. Now our setting might change, so we'll keep reading to find out. Zinnia carefully plants many kinds of flower seeds in rows. She covers the seeds with dirt and pats it all down very gently. She sprinkles the ground with water. Zinnia waits for the seeds to sprout. The seeds need the sun to shine, the rain to fall, and many days to pass. It is hard to wait so long for her seeds to grow. So seeds, that's a word we talked about yesterday when we went over our vocabulary. Every day, Zinnia checks her garden to see if anything has happened. Look, the first seedling is poking its way up through the dirt. So seedling, that was a word we talked about, right? The seed goes to a seedling. Now Zinnia's garden is full of green sprouts growing toward the sun. Little stems grow taller, little leaves get bigger, little roots burrow deeper into the earth. Roots we talked about yesterday. Zinnia takes care of her garden every day. When the sun is hot and the soil is dry, she waters her thirsty plants. So plants need lots of water. She pulls up pesky weeds that try to crowd out her plants. She inspects them for greedy bugs. She measures how tall her strong and healthy plants are growing. Every day they get bigger and bigger. First thing in the morning, Zinnia runs out to check her garden. She is excited to see little buds growing on many of her plants. Now, yesterday we talked about buds. Buds are going to turn into what? Flowers. Very good. And then at last, she finds what she has been waiting for, the first flower. One bud has bloomed. How beautiful, and what a sweet smell. There are many more buds that will open soon. The garden grows and grows with blossoming flowers. Zinnia paints, reads, and picnics among them. Butterflies flutter, bees buzz. Zinnia's garden is her favorite place to be on these warm summer days. Okay, so what season is it now? She just told us that. Is it fall or summer? Good, it just turned into summer. So it's no longer spring, but it's summertime. So our setting changed, but we're still in the garden. Her flowers are abundant, and Zinnia cuts some to arrange into bouquets. The fragrant scents of the flowers swirl around her in the warm breeze. One hot summer day, Zinnia has a lemonade stand and puts up a sign. Pick your own flowers. Customers come and gather bunches of flowers and drop money in her jar. In the autumn, as it gets colder, Zinnia picks the last flowers from her garden. She finds ripe seeds that have formed. They are ready to be collected. She will save them to plant next year. So she gets the seeds out of the flowers and she'll plant them next year. Now our season just changed. I know they called it autumn in the book. Autumn is another word for fall. So now our season is fall. It's starting to get a little bit chillier out. So still in the garden, but it's fall time. The winter days are short. The sun is dim and the ground is covered with snow. But Zinnia is already planning next year's garden. When spring comes, she will be ready to grow her very own flowers again. All right, so our season changed again. It's now, with snow on the ground, it's winter. And we're not in the garden anymore. We're in the house. All right, excellent job reading about the characters and settings of our story.